Southern Fires of Red Earth, collaboration with Soldier Blue and Catherine Wyatt. Ripped skin and black-fired concrete, the edges of a shadow song you know nothing about. The smoke raises coal dust, the fumes that choked Red Earth, and the men become miners, the people become wage slaves, and the sanguine bound the silver they harvested for pennies a day in Brazil, lands of the pardos, or dark ones. No, don't say indio, because then they would have legal title to land compensation. The crowning skies that burn with the rubber tree fires, and the coffee fincas of Guatemala, where in the 60s the Mayan Indian women had the highest rates of infant mortality because of the DDT found in mother's milk. Yeah, no one explained to Maria and Jose that there was death in the chemicals that fell like rain upon the fields, a blanket woven of deceit for those who tried to live and work as if their skins burned more easily. Yeah, we as Red Earth walk the edges of the ripped skin, marrow bones oozing with the filth of your progressive elixir to provide for someone else's silk pocket linings. The shadow songs become the morph of our death songs, the psalms raised unto the wind song upon the dusted plume of copal smoke. Yea, we of this set of cast-off dreams know well your neatly constructed highways of our bones, littering the silt as if the constructs of a developed plan. Oh, you mean like indentured servitude and sweat labors that pay less than the tools you would have to rent to work? In places the grounded meat of earth, where the stains of the pillories yet linger, where upon a still night you can hear the swing and scream of flesh and whip, and the manacles of brute law enforcements, and you don't seem to remember, so I will help you to not forget, as we shall walk in the streams and the steams of the night, uncounted, and recount and regale the willfully ignorant the indigenous tales of when you first discovered us. Yea, the sanguine flows never stopped. CNN just stopped reporting them as they became once and again the cost of doing business.
Guatemala, thick with the sacred scent of wild flowers, waterfalls and green so lush as to seem surreal. Chiquita and Dole moved in to offer the people a good opportunity. For $12 a day, we offer you the opportunity to make a whole $12 for 12 hours work. It is never mentioned that the stock boy back in the USA are making that in an hour while we expose indigenous people to chemicals in hours in grueling sun under harsh conditions. We will give you a house to live in. Of course, you will lose it if we don't need you any longer, and send your children to school, our schools, to learn our ways. We will provide them uniforms, gray sweatsuits bought in bulk, 99 cents apiece. Of course, your children will not be able to stay in our school if we don't need you anymore. You say you want to learn the system for counting to 10 in Mayan? That's very quaint, but not practical. We will teach your children our history, our language. It's much more useful for them to learn English. Until we don't need you anymore, then you will have to find one of those places. You know, in Mexico, those houses without the rooftops where there's no running water. You're so fortunate to have this opportunity to work for us. As in the banana fields of Central America, the sanguine flow of before and before will show the essence of the wars and starvation wages.
Placed upon the people, and the company's use of military persuasion when the people became insistent on being able to provide for their families. Panama, Honduras, 1898, 1920s through 34. Yeah, the blood flow was as ripe as the bananas, and the sweet bile of eating that which has lain too long in the dark. As the people peel their skins free of the labors that give them nothing, and take even the modicum of what they wish to leave for their children. Yea, the bonfires are yet lit, the memory is rife with the smoke of what has endured, and the currency of disrespect that endures unto this day for those whose families have the sepia shades of this in familial histories, of then as now. No one forgets, and the torches are held near the gasoline tankers, a wick ready to be lit. It is the new millennium, and the communities of several farming pueblos are asked to leave to enlarge Mexico City's airport, a luxury most of them will never use in their lifetime. So parents with anguish in their hearts and desperation staining their eyes before the sleeping forms of their children in the gasoline barricades at the ends of the gravel roads to their town, they wait for the soldiers and sing the songs as they have always sung in such times, and with the fires reflected in their eyes and the hum of distant corporate locusts making deals means little to them, for the life of the earth that is theirs, as red as north of the border, regardless of the invisible lines, yea, they sing as the águila screams to the death, and so with nothing left to lose, they await the soldiers in greens, whom have ever been the ones to explain business practices to the campesinos. Yea, they wait, the people of the earth, for the soldiers.
1909. Military officer U.S. Marine Corps Major General Smedley Butler, serving in Nicaragua to enforce American policy, was awarded the USA's highest military honor, 2 Congressional Medals of Honor. One was for crushing the peaceful efforts, as Haiti fought to put in office an indigenous leader. How many opportunities are enforced by military intervention? Now referring to himself as a high-class muscle man for American big business, for Wall Street and the bankers, making Mexico and especially Tampico safe for American oil interests in 1914, making Haiti and Cuba a place for the National City Bank boys to collect revenues in helping in the raping of half a dozen Central American republics for the benefit of Wall Street. As the night waned and the sun rose, the day turned, and the people kept their pueblos.
This time, and the difference in the ether was that the hum of the businessmen in sanguine shining suits blurred to a dull and distant hum in that discourse and set their sights somewhere else, as the green cloth of military cuts became once more the refuge of the people within the rainforest's green, and for this day the silence returned, and the stains of conflict were put away with the sharpened machetes for the next time, and the fires banked, the coals glowing with sentience and patience, harboring raw emotions, and the cries became whispers upon the windsong, though it plays, never quite dies within the hearts of the people. To the death. Yes, the Mexica, the Maya, know this well. Oh? You didn't know? Huh? Well, whom did you suppose the campesinos were, the farmers? Yea, RedEarth people, gente de la tierra, people of the earth, as in the time of reckoning in the state of Chiapas, our southern brothers and sisters ask the first questions raised upon their hearts. Do they, we the northern people, remember us? And I would say in all things with the paints of saline and sanguine rich upon my face, ustedes somos como nosotros, indígena, otro parte de la gente de la tierra rojo. Yes, yes, but of course, you are all like us, indigenous, another part of red earth, of the people of red earth. And so, with the raucous cries of ravens and old crows, we walk again through another day and another dreaming night's walk, through the archways, DNA gilded with our hand-blown prints of our paths, our times, neath dead star dims, as we walk sometimes relentlessly on to the next mile, blood-shriven and scarred, another journey from the black of the night highway unto the steps which will lead us unto the sacred stele stones we walk between. As we leave the constructs of the modern world behind us, as we walk upon the ghost road neath the lean wings of ravens and old crows, upon the ghost road, yea, without end, upon the ghost road.